Hello and welcome, this is Mercenary, and we're back with some more BattleTech. In the last video, we liberated the system that we're currently at as part of a priority mission, and now it's time to move on from there. Part of the reward that we acquired for liberating this system is the capability of purchasing a Griffin here at the store, or at least the parts to assemble one. We need 3 parts, so all told, that'd be 600,000 a piece for each part, and again, 3 parts to assemble, so that's about 1.8 million. So as much as I'd like to do that, I don't know how much I could really afford that. But we can try and get the means to afford that by doing some missions here. So that's what we're going to take a look at. So we look at our contracts here. I suspect there'll be a couple in system, and there appears to be. So we have one that's 1.5 skull and one that's 2.5 skull. This one doesn't pay as much, but it's a lesser difficulty and has a little bit better salvage. And honestly, we may acquire some of the things that we want by doing these missions and just getting salvage and focusing on picking up mech parts. If we look at our mech bay, I do have a decent number of parts laying around. I could try and sell some of the ones that I don't really want. But let's go ahead and take a look at that. So as you can see, we have quite a few parts here. Like, for example, I have a full spider, I have a couple full locusts, and then I have parts here and there of a bunch of different mechs. And unfortunately, sadly, no Griffin parts. But if we sold some of the things that we wanted, I don't know what we'd get. It doesn't seem like you get that much for selling these things. Let's see. If we sell, yeah, we have a full locust, that's going to give us 174,000. So it's not really all that much when we think about it. I mean, if we're not going to use the mech, then it is money for something we wouldn't use. And the same thing is true for some of the weapon systems we have. If we have a ton of a particular type of weapon system or ammo or what have you, we could sell all those things. But as you can see, we're getting kind of a pittance for that. With that in mind, I should probably check to see if there's any special weapons we may want. Okay, an autocannon plus 5 damage. That sounds pretty good. We also... we'll go ahead and buy that. Why not? Okay.
New weapon systems available.
We have an LRM-20, which just gives us a little bit of crit chance. I don't really care too much for that. We have a PPC with plus damage. That sounds good enough. What about this SRM-4? Also plus damage. All right, we'll take those 2 things. I like added damage. And, you know, if you lose out of a special system, it's sometimes good to have backups. So we'll buy some of these. And these are fairly cheap in this system, as we do get a discount here. So I'll go ahead and buy those things.
New weapon systems available.
Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the contract. Actually, before we do that, because we'll launch the contract pretty much as soon as we take it, let's take a look at our mech warriors and see if we need to level any of them up. I'm assuming we got a fair amount of experience from that last one. I don't really recall how much. All right, 4,500. We're just shy of being able to get this ability, which I'm trying to push for. All right, let's go through. Behemoth has 4,500. I would like to get towards getting the Juggernaut ability. So let's do that.
Training complete.
Didn't pay too much attention to what it did, but I think it raised her health 1. And not sure if it did much else. Moving on. Okay, you don't have enough to get the tactics ability, so we're going to save.
I hear ya.
And you don't have enough to upgrade your gunnery skill, so we'll save.
Standing by.
I'm going to have to keep an eye on these guys to make sure that they are getting experience as... Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't done that ship upgrade yet. That's another thing we're waiting on, but it's going to take some time to get it, as we're going to stay in system. At least for these 2 contracts, probably. All right, let's take a look at the one contract. I think we're going to start off easier here, and we're going to work our way through. We've discovered that the local pirate organization has reactivated an old manufacturing facility in this system. To maintain the balance of power in the system, the Arana Restoration needs to capture this facility. They'll make a surgical strike, occupy the base, and hold it until Restoration forces can arrive to take control. So this is a capture base, as the mission kind of says. They haven't told us what precisely the facility is producing, but given the strength of the enemy force... Okay, so we've seen this kind of canned message here before. So we're in the desert, so heat's going to be a little bit of a concern. We could load out our mechs appropriately for that, if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and take a look at the negotiation, though. All right, so we've got money and we've got salvage. We could go more for the salvage if we wanted to. We wouldn't get a lot of money, and I ideally do want to get money here. Then again, if there's mechs here, we're going to want to get the salvage that we can get. If we get a lucky head hit, you want to have those 3 salvage options for priority so you can get all 3 parts. Otherwise, you miss out as we have done a couple times in the past. All right, I'll do this one, the high on salvage, and then we'll probably work for the other contract to be more about money. Okay, so let's go ahead and accept this contract as is. All right. So it's going to give us the mechs as we have them. Now, I do have the Hunchback now, and it should be fully loaded if I remember correctly. I honestly didn't look at it, though. Yeah, but here we can look at it. Okay, so this is a fully loaded default Hunchback. Now, obviously, if I wanted to switch out some systems, it would take some time, and we wouldn't have it available. So, thinking of that, I probably should start working on this, because we're working on the Vindicator right now, though, so you know what, we'll let that happen. Question is, do we want to run with the Hunchback, or do we not want to run with the Hunchback? This thing has quite a bit of firepower. I'm kind of liking the Centurion, though, so that would be the one that we're more than likely going to swap out. And we'd lose a lot of our range potential by doing that. I think we're just going to stick pat with the Centurion for now. Definitely the Hunchback could be a good addition to our squad, but just the way that we do things, I think this will work. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Manufacturing facility is just ahead, Commander. Before we start our attack, should recon the facility's defenses from a defensible position. That's done. We'll move in and capture the base. Good luck, Commander. Alright, so scouting and then taking care of what is there. So we have quite a bit of distance to cover, but that doesn't mean that the enemy won't necessarily be right here. This map looks a little familiar to me. I don't know if it's a map that I've played on before in a previous mission. I have a couple campaigns running, so sometimes it's hard for me to remember which missions I've done in this campaign and which ones I've done in the others, so I don't know if I want to get stuck down these canyons. I think I'll move like this, though.
I copy.
We're really not getting that much closer to the enemy on this turn. That's okay. Okay. So the Centurion, you know, I'd originally thought to take this ridge. The big problem with doing that, though, is advancing off of the ridge would be problematic. So let's do, I mean, the same thing is going to be true with the Trebuchet as well, as neither one of them have jump jets. Probably the Shadowhawk should have gone up the hill, now that I think about it, but alright, so in that, with that in mind, our best course of action is then to just advance through to this area here. So that's what I'm going to do. Go ahead and go front and center with the Centurion. And then the Trebuchet, I'll have it come over.
I've got a sensor trace.
Okay. Getting a little contacts there. Alright, well, for this initial engagement, I guess I will move up this way with the... Nah, I'll go over here with the Shadowhawk.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
We can get in behind this area here to get our indirect fire if we really need it.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, so we've got 3 light mechs. And then possibly... Well, I don't know beyond that. I think we only have 3 contacts. Okay. So that was a Panther, I believe, that just slung a shot at me. Yeah, Panther. Alright. We'll be able to handle that. Okay, Decker, I don't think we have really a move with him at the moment, so we'll just reserve. There's only 3 mechs that we know about, but I suspect there's more. Okay, so that could be a Locust with the LRMs. It sure seemed like 2 LRM-5s being fired at me. Okay. And we have a 4th light mech. So, full lance of light mechs. Alright. Well. Do.
Good to go.
Well, I'm not going to be able to get a line of sight on these guys directly, so... And with that in mind, I think we go up on the ridge. And we get them within sensor range. I have to make sure that they're going to actually be in sensor range. Okay, well, it's going to be somebody other than the Panther that we're going to have to sensor lock here. Pretty sure this was the Locust with the missiles. I kind of want to see what else they have, though. The Locust with the missiles is going to be a little bit problematic to deal with. Well, not really, but, you know, we could kill it now, is what I'm trying to say, is because it doesn't have a lot of armor. But it might not be one of their bigger threats. Let's see what this is. We got 30 tons, 20 tons, 30 tons. What would a 30-ton mech be? Is it a spider? Well, if it's a spider, then it's not really that much of a threat. I'm trying to think of the tonnage of the mechs that are in the game and what that could possibly be. It's not a Jenner, because a Jenner would be 35 tons. I'm pretty sure Panthers are also 35 tons. I think one of the only mechs that's 30 tons is a spider, so... I could be wrong. It could be a commando. I don't remember the tonnage of a commando. I think those are 25 tons, though. But we know this is the Locust, so we'll go after that. Again, they don't have a lot of armor, so we can take advantage of that. Alright, so... we could just stay still and get guard up. I think we'll sling the LRM-10 against the Locust, so that'll be A, and the AC-10 against the Panther to get that evasion down, and fire.
Copy that.
And we're hoping to kill the Locust this turn. And as you can see, we're already eating through that armor. And these guys don't have full armor anyway, so I think this is going to be a fairly easy mission. Alright, where can we get if I jump? And get up here. If I jump to here, we won't be in cover, but I'll have more vision of things. If I jump to here, I only see the Locust, which is who we were trying to kill anyway. I mean, I've got good evasion if I do this, and then I could always do the one special ability to give me more defense. Yeah, I'll do that. This way we get more vision. I am curious to see if I am correct about that 30-ton assertion. Yep, it's a spider. Okay, so let's go ahead and go with Vigilance here to give me some defense. I highly doubt they're going to fire at me now, but we'll also get initiative up, which can be good. And we might as well do multi-target because we can only hit with the AC-5 here, and then we'll hit with our medium laser and SRM-6 against the Panther. Not a great chance for a shot, but might as well.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, killed the Locust, so that's taken care of. Fortunately, not very accurate fire there, but we're still doing damage. And he doesn't have guard or anything like the spider does, so we're going to be doing full damage.
Good to go.
Okay, so I am going to have to move here if I want to reorient myself, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And obviously, I'm going to put everything I've got on the Panther. As much as I could bring down the evasion of the spider, it wouldn't do me much good, in my opinion. So let's just go ahead and fire away here. We might get a kill.
Here we go.
If not, we're going to do good damage.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
Okay, knocked him unsteady. Okay, I'm going to guess he braced there to give himself, you know, that steadiness he may need. I'm going to go ahead and reserve here because we've got good defense.
Holding for tactical advantage.
More than likely they'll go after this. Oh, they're going after me. Well, the likelihood you're going to hit there is pretty low. I moved a lot and I'm up high. And there's the other spider. And you missed again. Alright, well that's the enemy having moved. This so far has been going pretty well. They may have reinforcements though, so I can't take them too lightly.
Ready for orders.
Alright, can I get, by jumping, line of sight of anything? I can. And I'm going to go ahead and do that because at this point, they don't have that much evasion. They really didn't move much. So we'll just get as close as we can, and we'll open up on that spider. I could have sensor locked the Panther, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Let's go ahead and fire.
Copy.
Now, the problem with the Jenner is in the desert like this, maybe we shouldn't have gone with the Jenner because it's going to run super hot. But, you know, it can still do sensor locks and things like that will help me out.
Waiting for orders.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a split target here. And we're going to go A and B. And we're going to make B be the one that has the lesser chance of hitting and fire. We, in theory, have a chance of doing pretty significant damage to both of these, as they don't have a lot of armor to begin with, and then they're already reduced. But importantly, we just brought them down to having no evasion in both cases, so
Standing by.
go ahead and come up here so we've got nice line of sight. Either way, our LRM-10 is not going to be useful if I do that, not unless I move like this. Which I think I'm going to do. So we'll move far enough back that we should be able to use all of our weapons here. Okay. So at this point, they're both probably equally damaged, so not really sure how to divide this damage, but we have a good chance, I think, of killing both of them. So what I'll do is I'll have that, you know, you're B, you're A. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Fire. If the AC-10 hits, that will be the more... There we go. And we killed the head there, so we're going to get a good amount of salvage out of that. Now, whether or not I'd want a spider...
Get this done.
Okay. Killed them both. As I said, we had a good chance of doing that. Alright. Okay, I don't have enough movement, unfortunately, to get down off that ridge unless I want to do a death from above attack. Which, all things considered, I don't think I need to do. I could jump behind him, maybe. No, I can't even do a death from above attack, even if I wanted to. Alright, that's fine. We'll go ahead and just move up and then use our precision strike ability that we have now acquired. And that should make him... Let's just go with the center torso and try and get him to die.
Engaging target.
Alright, unfortunately we didn't quite pull that off, but
Enemy mech.
he should be very close to dying at this point. And we have pushed him down in initiative as well, so...
Orders.
If I move with Decker here, I should be able to open up on him with our lasers.
Got it.
And it may kill him. And again, it may not. Okay, looks like we can afford it with our heat. There we go.
Objective complete. You're clear to move on.
Okay, nice and easy. I mean, they were all a bunch of light mechs, so not too hard there. I'm going to be careful with my jump that we don't exceed our heat tolerances. So, looks like we're going to get away with the jump there.
Acknowledged.
We'll brace for the sake of argument. You can go ahead and sprint up to the base. Hopefully we can capture it. Sprint along.
Copy that.
Well... Alright, that's a Starleague Era manufacturing facility. Alright, no wonder the Irana Restoration wants it so bad. Be careful of reinforcements. We're getting intel that there are additional enemy forces rallying to the facility. Go ahead and move her. So yeah, this is a deja vu mission for me. Again, I don't know if this was a campaign that a side mission I did on this campaign or the one that I do off camera, but either way, this definitely looks very familiar to me. Okay, so I'm gonna do a normal move here. Get some evasion up, but I'm also gonna brace so that we are good there. And we should be pretty cool running by the time we finish that. The gender's not going to be so lucky, but... Again, I'm going to do a normal move.
Acknowledged.
And we're going to brace. I find just to sprint these two, because they're a little bit further behind. They are kind of behind this rock, although the Centurion might have moved more out in front, but... Now which way the enemy's going to come from, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we've occupied the facility. I think at this point we could extract if we wanted to, but we're going to go ahead and see about killing everything here. Okay, so I'm going to suspect that they may be over here, so I'm going to sprint over. See, there's where the dropship could land, I guess. But yeah, we're going to sprint over here. Okay, no contacts over there, and I think that is the edge of the map that we're almost at. So, where else could they be? Well, they could be up this way, on the edge of the map there. Granted, we would have that in sensor range. I'm not sure which way to face. Let's face kind of like that, because there's the cliffs over here. Okay. Start moving like this. We're going to face that way.
I copy.
And I'll brace. We're kind of out in the open here. And we'll do the same thing with you. Just move forward a little bit and then brace.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Alright, we'll see after this if we get any contacts. Okay, we do have contacts. 2 are light. Okay, so they ended up being over here. And who knows what that is? I can't see it yet, so it could be a spider. But it's definitely a light whatever it is. I'm going to guess that there's another light mech, because we have a vehicle here. I've never seen a light vehicle, though, in this game that I can remember. I mean, maybe I'm just not remembering it correctly. Alright, well, we'll reserve. We've got good defense still.
Standing by.
Ah, okay. There's a fire starter there. I don't suspect he'll be able to get close enough to use his flamers on me. Got a 35-ton vehicle there. Alright, well, they can see me, so if they've got LRMs, I should probably move. Maybe we go after the fire starter. I could jump in here and then hit him. Granted, this guy, because he attacked this turn, he's not going to have any defense, whereas the fire starter is likely to. But I consider the fire starter to be a little bit more of a threat because it's going to be hitting me with heat-damaging weapons. So... Alright. I'm going to jump. Could just do a normal move, but... Jump. I do kind of want vision of the other guy over here. So, I'm going to jump for that. And then I'll use vigilance to give me defense, because more than likely they're going to hammer me, because I'm the only one they can see right now. Okay, so vigilance. Alright, I think we should hit the vehicle with a good chunk of our firepower, and then maybe just sling the medium laser on the other guy. So, A, and B is going to be the small laser and the medium laser. And then the AC-5 and the SRM-6, which is our main damage, is going to go against the striker. Okay, fire away.
Engaging multiple targets.
These guys are full health, unlike the mechs that we faced earlier, so... Gonna be a little bit more challenging, but... We should be able to get initiative on these guys to be able to possibly kill them.
What's up, boss?
Okay. Let's switch to glitch here. If I attack right now, I can't see them. So, or Maybe in a tough spot here, though. If I go here, the Firestarter may be able to get me next turn. But I guess it's just a risk we're going to have to take. So, move up.
On my way.
I think we should kill the Striker if we can. So, as much as it is tempting to hit the Firestarter, I think we hit the Striker instead. Might not even kill it. Okay, we got it. I think that was a good call, though. I don't think I would have killed it with one.
The little guys.
And I need to work on concentrating my fire a little bit more.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so I'm going to move up with... I say that. Let's reserve at this point. Because we're not going to be able to do anything about this guy. I think it's another Striker up here. So... we'll let it go. It's more than likely going to fire upon the Shadowhawk because that should be the only mech it can see. And that's why I waited to move the Jenner, because that would have been another target it could have seen, and that would have actually been the better target for it to fire at, so it would have taken that shot. Let's just be sure that there's nothing else here.
Affirmative.
Okay, at that point I'm fairly certain.
Commander?
Okay, we're going to go in here and we're going to hit the Firestarter. The risk of doing this is that the Firestarter will hit me with its weapons and really heat me up, and we already know Jenners run hot, so we will take damage if I do this. I'm going to do it anyway, but that's a risk I take. Okay, let's open fire.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
If we can knock out one of his arms, that will reduce how much damage you can do to me, because a lot of the damage that the Firestarter can do is contained within its arms. So, all right, if I move there, we'll have vision of the vehicle here. Which I think I'm going to do. We'll sling our LRM-10 against the Firestarter, and then we'll sling what we can hit this guy with, which it's a Striker, which doesn't surprise me. So, multi-target. Your A, your B, fire.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Not sure if an AC-10 shot that it would hit. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know if that would punch through the armor and kill it. Okay, no weapons fire there. It's tempting to wait to see what the Firestarter does, but again, I am a little worried about how much heat it can generate against my Jenner. Maybe I have my mech go now and try and rough it up. I could go for it with a headshot on the Firestarter and try and just take it out. Really think I should wait with the Shadowhawk, though, because we've built up a lot of evasion and what have you. I think the same thing is true with him. I could jump, go in here, get a back attack, which would hit the Firestarter pretty hard. We'd be very hot, though. I'd build up a fair amount of evasion, and then I hit Vigilance. But right now we have a fair amount of evasion anyway. I think we wait. We see what happens here. Yeah, he's going to get evasion, but he won't have the guard, and we'll have more options open. So I think we wait. Okay, he's going to jump. Yeah, because he jumped like that, he moved himself actually away from the ability to use his flame weapons. So that actually worked out for me. Now, I'd prefer to get in there and start punching these guys, so it may work for that. But why don't we go ahead and take our shots now? And I'll get guard if I stay still, so... what do we got here? If we stay still. Okay, I've got medium lasers in range. So I'm going to go with everything, the more heavy weapons against this guy, and then the medium lasers against the other. And a fire.
Firing on multiple enemies.
There we go. That's what we wanted. Now, the LRM-10 was overkill, but we just want to make sure it's going to die. Okay, got a little bit of damage there. More importantly, we removed the evasion so that my other mechs can do a lot of damage now.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Go ahead and just fire all of my LRMs here.
Special delivery.
Okay. I don't think the Firestarter is going to live out this turn. I think we just go at it and open up with our closer range weapons. That means the AC-5 is out. This gets me closer so that I can actually do some punching, maybe. I could precision strike here. And honestly, I think... Alright, we'll go with that. I'm gonna go with the center torso, try and get the kill. I don't think I'm doing enough damage here, but what the heck. I thought about doing a head hit. Okay. So we strip some armor there.
Receiving you.
Alright, if we jump here, or even better yet there, because I'll get more evasion. I should be able to open up on this guy, and we're attacking a side that's already been damaged, if I remember correctly, so... we are going to have to turn off one medium laser, though.
Engaging.
But because I hit him with a precision strike... Oh, he's dead anyway. I was going to say, he's going to be down in initiative, so we should be able to move with the Jenner and do whatever we want to do. Okay, all that's left is a spider, so this shouldn't be too difficult. And if he gets too close to me, I'm going to punch the crap out of him. And that's exactly what he did, so...
Light damage, Commander.
We'll start with Decker here. We'll try and hit him...
Standing by.
I guess we're going to hit him in the rear, which is what we want anyway. I'm not going to be able to fire all my lasers, more than likely. Because we didn't jump, though, we'll have a little bit better heat dissipation. Yeah, it's just going to be 2 lasers, but, you know, that's about the firepower of a spider anyway. Okay, well, the evasion's down, so now everything else becomes easier for me. Alright. Ah, I can't get there. I mean, I could do a death from above attack, but... Why risk messing up my mech in that case? So we're just going to come in and do a nice close range attack here. And if he lives this turn, which I highly doubt he will...
Engaging target.
We'll be able to go in and punch him next turn. Okay.
For orders.
Behemoth, which is going to fire everything she's got. Fortunately, wow, we missed a lot there. We still got an arm off there. Granted, that does absolutely nothing on a spider because all of its weapons are in the center torso. Okay, that's good. Accurate enough shot.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually amazed the spider lived through this turn. Well, it's going to get knocked down, which is going to drop it in initiative, which should allow me then to use the Jenner to hit him again.
What's up, boss?
Of course, the problem is heat at this point, and this is the only spot I can see him, so I'd have to jump to be able to do more than that, and that would be unwise. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk here. But I think we're going to be hitting back armor. I can do 3 medium lasers. I'm going to go for the center torso just to see if we can get the kill.
Engaging target.
Alright, we hit, and we got a medium laser crit.
Target's taken a critical hit.
So the spider's going to be able to get up and do some damage here. But it shouldn't be anything serious. I would imagine it's going to get up, and it's either going to brace to defend itself, or it's going to go after the Jenner, which wouldn't surprise me too much. We're going to go for a back attack. I mean, that's fine. We can take that kind of damage. Alright, now you're going to get punched. Which I'm glad that you actually did this and you lived that long, because I always like to finish him off with a melee strike here. Alright, we'll hit you from the rear, because we can.
Engaging physical attack.
And amazingly, the spider is still standing.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
But it won't be for long.
What's up, boss?
Let's fire everything again.
On it.
Oh, that time we actually hit. Okay, dropship inbound for our landing commander. Once they secure the facility, we're dusting off. Alright. I'm going to imagine that is the end of the mission here. That's it. We've taken control of the facility, Commander. Given what we've seen here, I'm guessing the Restoration will be very pleased with our work.
Mission successful.
Alright. Alright, we get paid a little bit of extra money for doing the thing with destroying the garrison. Unfortunately, we got a lot of light mechs asking for more salvage. And that's not really what I'm looking for. So what do we want out of this? We could get a fire starter. I figure why not. We'll go ahead and grab that. What else would we want out of this? I've got a bunch of parts for spiders. I don't really want them, though. I'll go with the Panther here. And then what do we do outside of that? I don't think any of these weapons outside the PPC are particularly rare. I'm going to go with the PPC as my last bit of salvage. I don't really care to have the other mech bits, but we're probably going to get them anyway. Okay, we got one spider piece here.
That mech you wanted is back online.
The fire starter is a dangerous mech for its tonnage. Carefully timed attacks with its flamers can shut down any mech and leave it open to punishment for other forces. The FS-9H also makes a decent light mech hunter-killer. Okay, well, let's go ahead and wrap up the video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.